Home alarms should provide some sense of security, but tonight we have a warning about an alleged scam targeting people with home alarm systems.
Not only are homeowners falling victim, so are some local alarm companies.
They're all over New Orleans, Jefferson Parish, St. Charles. They pick a spot, they all get out and they start knocking on doors.
It's pretty scary. My wife's 7 months pregnant, so I don't want somebody walking around. Thank God she didn't open the door. She was just talking to him through the window.
Chandler Wilson's wife got the knock Wednesday at their Cummins Street home.
They asked for information and all this, but she thought it was fishy because she said they bought Toka alarms.
According to neighbors, it was happening all over Airline Park. Jeff Toka quickly found out it wasn't just aimed at his customers.
Come to find out, he's telling whoever's yard sign is in front of their yard, if it's Toka, APS, certified, any alarm company, they're saying that they bought that company out.
The pitch: let the new company, which claims to be an ADT dealer, upgrade the system and update the paperwork at little or no cost.
They get the paperwork signed and they get between $800 to $1,000 and they get a contract signed and ADT funds them on that money. What ADT corporate doesn't know is how they're getting these sales calls and what they're doing to get these customers to sign up. It happened to a lady, yesterday, that was actually with APS, and they actually swapped out her system, told her they needed to upgrade her to digital because her alarm system wouldn't work anymore, which is not true. Her alarm system was working. She was with APS since 1998, and she feels a little embarrassed.
Homeowners say the reps are carrying clipboards and wearing shirts from two companies, Elite Security and Pinnacle Security, both out of Utah. But watch what happens when we try to question one of those reps who'd already canvassed this Metairie neighborhood.
We're with Fox 8 local.
He takes off running. Jefferson Parish detectives are investigating, but it turns out this scheme has been around the block a few times before in several parishes.
In my own subdivision, they had almost every home was hit, and it's a newer subdivision where everybody just set them up within the last 2 or 3 years.
Ray Gregson, also a Toka alarm customer, lives in Luling. Sheriff Greg Champagne put out an email blast warning neighborhood organizations that door-to-door salesmen need permits.
I'm not surprised. I think just people need to be more aware, and especially if the elderly people that are targeting, the last thing I'm going to do is, number one, let anybody in the house, and number two, I'm definitely not going to mess with the security system because that's what's keeping me safe.
We checked with the Better Business Bureau in Utah, and here's what we found. Both Elite and Pinnacle have an F rating. Elite has almost 24 complaints against it since 2007, but Pinnacle Security has more than 1,250 complaints against it since 2001, more than half involving contracts and sales practices.
It's not criminal that we know of, it's more of a civil, but they're taking advantage of customers, and customers end up having two contracts, one with their current company, that's monitoring them for years, and then another contract with, a new company that's not even around here that's going to be gone in a week, and you're never going to be able to get in touch with them.
So if someone comes knocking and tells you your alarm system doesn't work or your company has gone out of business, you should definitely be alarmed.
Pick up the phone. If you think it's a scam, I'd call the police and let them be here in 30 minutes. That's what I would do.
Now, ADT says it has received complaints, but is making it clear to people who call that it does not send salespeople door to door. But a lot of folks have been hit. After our 5 o'clock story, a lady called and said 15 minutes after our story aired, somebody came to her door doing the same thing. We just got an email saying it happened to another lady just the night before. So the word's gotten out there, but they're still out there in the neighborhoods.
And hopefully this will do some good. One of the warning signs is how quickly they purport to be able to get this installed?
Yeah, apparently they can do it in about an hour. They can install the alarm system, do the upgrade in about an hour, which that really sends up a red flag right there, because most people know if you call to get an alarm installed, you have to set an appointment. It can take up to a week, and it just doesn't happen that fast. But they are doing it as quickly as they can and getting out.
And maybe the main point is beware of anybody knocking on your door.
Definitely, and call your alarm company and ask, did you go out of business? Do I need to replace my alarm system? Somebody's here. The best thing you can do is call.